Hey there, Aquarius, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your weekly reading. This is going to be a reading for the week of March 21st through March 27th. We're going to take a look at your past, your present, and your near future energies. Also, Aquarius, please remember to stay around until the very end of the reading for some closing messages from Spirit. I love how the very end of the reading just ties everything together and it gives us additional insights into all the energies that we're seeing here for you and your person. Okay, wow. I love this. So the main energy for your reading this week is the Strength. You're doing something that at some point you were like, no, this is too difficult. No way I could ever do this. This is too hard. I could never overcome this. And you are. And not only are you doing it, you're doing it beautifully. In the recent past, you get the World, the Devil, the Queen of Pentacles. You put an end to a very, very toxic cycle. This could be within yourself where you noticed there was an unhealthy pattern that you kept repeating, or this could be that you noticed that there was something external where you're like, that's toxic. No, we're not doing that anymore. And the way you came to this realization, the way you were able to put an end to this toxic cycle, whatever it is, between you and somebody else or within yourself, is through self-love. You prioritize yourself. You prioritize the love that you have for yourself over whatever this is, which is telling me that this is probably somebody or something external, not within you. In the current situation, you get the Hanged Man, the Queen of Wands, the Eight of Swords. You're feeling a little bit stagnant here in the current situation. I feel like you're trying to achieve a sense of good energy, of feeling very confident, feeling very determined, feeling very, independent. You're having a bit of a hard time achieving that because your mind is coming in and it's really making a mess of things. You're feeling very, very stuck in your head, in your mind. There's a lot of overthinking. There's a lot of overanalyzing something, and I don't know what this is. It could be between you and somebody else, or it could just be within yourself. We'll see. In the near future, you get the Justice, the Ten of Swords, and the Temperance. Beautiful, beautiful, balanced energy coming in here for you. There's balance, there's healing, there's very peaceful energy, there's very, very big transformative process that is happening for you in the near future, and it's all coming about as a result of something that ended in the past. Let's see. Oof, I cannot wait to clarify this. Let's take a look at the Strength, which is the main energy for your reading this week. The Strength is clarified by the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Cups, the Four of Swords. Yeah. This overthinking, I feel, is something that you tend to do quite a bit. Your mind becomes very overactive. You kind of resort to letting your mind handle things instead of really just trusting Spirit and trusting yourself. You're like, let me think about this. Let me think about this again. And then let me think about my thought again. What you're doing is you're healing that. And I feel like you felt at some point, there's no way I can ever get out of my mind. There's no way I can ever stop this cycle of overthinking. No way. Yes way. You're healing it. You're healing it and you're achieving a beautiful sense of balance. Balance internally. Content energy. Happy energy within yourself. That's beautiful. Let's see what the World is all about. I want to take a look at the World in your recent past. The World is clarified by the King of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Six of Cups. You're putting an end to a cycle here that this is a connection, a very strong connection between you and somebody else. I feel like it's somebody that you've got history with. There's a lot of love here for you and this person. But this person showing up a little bit sneaky, I'm not going to lie. I'm not saying that they cheated or that they did anything sneaky, but their energy is just very evasive, very not clear. It's like if you were to ask them, like, hey, what'd you do yesterday? Here and there, I was around, I did stuff. And even if they didn't do anything, right? The way they answer things, their energy that they're showing up is very kind of like sneaky, like manipulative type of energy. Even if they're not actually cheating, they're not doing anything manipulative, that's their energy. That's the way they're coming across. And so you're showing me like, I'm putting an end to that. I love this person. We've got so many memories together, but I ain't about this sneaky, toxic energy. Let's take a look at the Devil for you in the recent past. The Devil is clarified by the Five of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Ace of Swords. There's a conflict here between you and you. You have the love, you have the feelings, but your mind is coming in and being like, yo, Aquarius, you know what this is, right? And you're like, yeah, I know what this is, but what do I do? I care about them so much. Yeah, but Aquarius, like, you realize what's going on here. Yeah, I know, but let's look at the other circumstances. And all this is doing is creating a battle between your heart and your mind. And that's what the devil is showing up here for me. It's letting me know that this may be a pattern of yours where you see certain things, you realize certain things, but then you keep kind of like hoping to find different results or waiting for something else, or, kind of like giving the person not another chance, but basically kind of turning a blind eye to things when you see those things quite clearly. And again, this could be within you, this could be within you and another person. You would know how this energy manifested for you because it's in your recent past. Let's take a look at the Queen of Pentacles for you in the recent past. Love it. Queen of Pentacles is clarified by the Chariot, the Fool, the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, once you start prioritizing yourself, all that bullshit, just you move past it. It's like, zoop, goodbye, swerve, right? The conflict, the drama, the disagreement, the internal trauma, all of that. You're just like, where'd it go? It's gone. It's like you completely wipe the slate clean. Nothing bothers you. Nothing's weighing you down anymore. It's like a completely fresh energy for you. And again, it's coming from a place of you prioritizing yourself, you stepping into your power, you're stepping into your ability to just put yourself first, which again, I feel like you don't tend to do, or at least when it came to this connection, you did not do that. You prioritized the other person and you prioritized the feelings that you had for them, instead of prioritizing yourself and loving yourself and focusing on nurturing yourself instead of nurturing this connection. Let's take a look at the current situation. I want to see what the Hanged Man is for you in the current situation. One more. The Hanged Man is clarified by the Hierophant, the Page of Swords, the King of Swords. Lots and lots of internal realizations. The Hierophant for me, as a reader, is all about a lot of establishments or belief systems that you've held within yourself, right? Like, I need to behave this way in a relationship, or I need to conduct myself this way, or I'm not worthy of love, or I'm not good enough, right? Whatever it is, whatever these beliefs are, you're realizing that they're outdated in the current situation. You're gaining a completely new perspective on your beliefs, on what your true beliefs are. It's like you've evolved into a higher level of yourself, and you're realizing these things, and it's happening very, very quickly. You get the Page of Swords to the King of Swords. That's like leveling up a lot. And it's all coming from a place of realizing and understanding and learning these things about yourself. Man, this is an energy with the collective. I've literally done 7 readings so far, and all of them have had a message of a relationship, a connection, somebody else, something happening within that connection, but brought you to this realization about yourself. Everybody, as a collective, we're all going through huge transformations and evolutions. We're really all leveling up. This is so beautiful to see. Let's take a look at the Queen of Wands for you in the current situation. The Queen of Wands is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, the Nine of Wands. Yeah, the difficulties are kind of lessening. You're stepping into this brand new, fresh energy in the current situation. You're not completely there, right? But you're stepping into that. It's like you're shedding the old skin, you're shedding the old you, and you're stepping into a brand new version of you. One that doesn't have to guard themselves. One that doesn't feel like everything is so hard and so difficult, and like we're just, oh man, life is hard and this is hard and that is hard. It's like, can't anything be easy? You're not that person anymore. You're like evolving from that mindset, from that thought process. This is so beautiful, Aquarius. Let's take a look at the Eight of Swords for you in the current situation. Yeah, I knew it. The Eight of Swords is clarified by the Moon, the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. As we evolve, as we transform, as we heal and change, it's not a straight line, right? It's not like you're like, okay, I heal from here to here and that's it. Like, I'm never going to go back. Sometimes we regress a little bit. It's like we take 2 steps forward and then 1 step back. And then, because this is the way we've been conducting ourselves our whole lives. We've been doing things for one way for a very, very long time. And so once we change, sometimes the change feels a little bit uncomfortable and you revert back to your old self for a little bit, but then you move forward again, right? That's what's happening in the current situation. Something is causing you a little bit of insecurity. There's a little bit of lack of clarity here. And so I do see you kind of going back to that place of, let me bounce back to my old self. Let me let the mind take over. Let me shut off the feelings, the healing, everything. Let me just turn that off for a minute because it's new and it's uncomfortable. Let me go back to my old self. But again, it's a very, very short blip, and I see you slowly moving out of that because you're not that person anymore. Like, you've evolved so much so to the point where now I feel like the old self doesn't feel comfortable to you anymore. Let's take a look at your near future. I want to see what this justice is for you in the near future. Beautiful. Yeah, there's so much of an evolution. Notice something very interesting. In the current situation, you get the Page of Swords to the King of Swords, tied up to your beliefs. In the near future, you get the Page of Wands to the King of Wands. You're making really, really big leaps in terms of your progress, in terms of your up leveling. It's not like you're taking step by step by step by step. You're like jumping the whole staircase in terms of growth and evolving. You're really, really working on this internal sense of balance within yourself, not between you and somebody else, but between you and you. It's like you're restoring a divine balance within yourself, right? It's kind of like you're going up to your higher self and you're like, hey, hire me. What hasn't been working? What's been off balance? And your higher self's like, this is what we need to work on. You're like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's tackle it. You're restoring a beautiful, beautiful sense of balance internally within yourself. I literally cannot tell you how beautiful this reading is wow. Just wow. Let's see what the Ten of Swords is for you in the near future. The Ten of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, the Three of Wands. Yeah. There's been a long period of waiting for you because during this period of waiting, you've been gaining the clarity that you need. You've been healing. You've been working. So there's been a period of like nothing's really been happening for you externally in the 3D world. Internally, a lot has been happening. In the near future, this period, this waiting, this stagnation period is coming to an end and you're just catapulting forward. Now, what I see you catapulting forward, what I see you taking action for in the near future is something that was a break. There was a separation here between you and somebody else in the recent past. And I see you kind of working on healing that. Now, I'm not saying that you even have to reach out to the other person, right? Like this isn't about them. It's about something that at some point hurt you, something that you viewed as very difficult, as something that you view it as like, oh my gosh, this really sucked. This ending, this break really, really hurt. I want to go do something about that. It could be within yourself where you're giving yourself that closure. It could be that you decide to go talk to the person and make amends. It could be a million things, right? You would know what this is. But all I see is you coming out of this period of waiting and there's fast movement. There's things happening for you. Let's take a look at the Temperance for you in the near future. Okay, there you are, the Star. Give me two more. Yeah, it was a relationship. I knew it. So once you've gone through this healing, and I see this a lot, once you've gone through this healing, once you've worked and transformed yourself, then you're at the point where you feel so stable and confident. You're like, okay, now I'm ready for love. Now I'm ready for something stable. And that's exactly what you want here. After you've gone through this healing period, after you've completely shifted and transformed and stepped into a higher version of yourself, you're like, okay, now I'm ready for love. I want love. I want stability. I want somebody that I can see forever with. Okay? This is one of the most beautiful readings I've done this week. Like, I can't stop saying wow and wow and wow. So I really hope you've made it until this point, Aquarius. Let's close off your reading with a message from the universe. From the universe, you get the Queen of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Death. Yeah, the love that you once had for somebody else is decreasing in intensity. It's like the other person at some point was your whole world. They were your whole focus. Like, you focused on them, on their needs, on their wants, on their desires. Them. The love is now taken from them and back to you. As a result of this ending, as a result of this transformation. The Death is all about a transformation and a transition and releasing things that no longer serve you. That's exactly what's happening here. This connection, at whatever phase it was, right? I'm not saying you guys are not going to get back together, but the connection that you had, the stage, the phase, the energy that you two were in, that's dead. That's over with. And you've up-leveled so much that the love that you had for that old version of you, that old version of them, is dying out. And you're stepping into a new energy, right? And in the near future, once you go through this healing process, I see you stepping out into an energy being like, okay, I've healed, I'm good, now I'm ready for love. New or old, right? You would know, I want love, and I want stable and healthy and sustainable love. This is a beautiful reading. I honestly don't even know what I'm going to title it because it's just so freaking amazing. So Aquarius, that is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. If it resonated, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and make sure to check out your monthly reading up on the channel now. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you here next week. Bye, Aquarius.